Housing costs have been steadily increasing every year since the crash after 2008. But over the last year, it started to accelerate beyond our wildest dreams. In LA, prices are up 13%. In Las Vegas, prices are up 15%. In Miami, prices are up 17%. This kind of growth is outstripping our wage growth at a crazy rate, and we are already in the beginnings of a major housing affordability crisis. This man, Kelman, is the CEO of Redfin. His company has more data on the housing market than any other company in the world, and if anyone knows the direction that our market is going to go in, it's him. Now, he recently went on CNBC and told us all about the risk of a housing unaffordability crisis, which I'll play for you in a moment. But really quickly, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We're putting out loads of videos just like this one constantly that you do not want to miss out on.
The housing market is so hot that there are a lack of homes for sale, setting prices sharply higher. That's frustrating a lot of new home buyers. What do you make of this unique moment the real estate market is in, and how long can it last?
Well, we have demand as far out as the eye can see, but we are worried that most of the demand is coming from white-collar professionals. The working class folks who believe in the American dream are seeing it run out of reach. And that has been the issue for 10 years, and the pandemic has just accelerated it. In a place like Las Vegas, you have home prices up 14% and employment down 13%. That is not a sustainable trend. So we would just love to see home affordability become a major focus, not just for the metropolitan areas and coastal cities, but across the country.
At Redfin, when does the lack of home inventory or the speed at which these houses are coming off the market start to impact your business, Glenn, and the ability to attract new home buyers? I certainly have friends in New York who have tried buying a home and have given up and now are renting.
Yeah, well, it affects our business today. Our sales are very strong, but they would be much stronger if we had more homes for sale. So we are seeing people trying to buy houses, 8, 9 offers, sometimes 20 or 30 offers. In Washington, D.C., a couple of weeks ago, we saw a house go for $340,000 over list. People are on the move, migration is high, but there just aren't enough homes for sale. And the places in America where we're seeing the most sales growth are the places that have zoned for more new construction. So the fact that the builders are having a hard time getting their hands on lumber and other supplies has just compounded the problem.
So there you go. The housing market is so ridiculously hot that there just aren't enough homes for sale, which is forcing prices through the roof. Across the US, housing prices have increased on average 17% over the last year. Now, I know I don't need to explain to you guys why that's so crazy, but if we think about that in terms of wage growth, it becomes even crazier. The average wage growth over the last year was just 2%. If our salaries are going up by 2% in a year, how on earth are we supposed to buy houses that increase by 17% every year? The simple answer is that we can't. We can't afford these houses at these prices, and sooner or later, that's going to show. The only reason that it isn't showing right now is because of what Glenn just told us. The buyers of these overpriced homes are white-collar workers, moving to bigger houses in the wake of the pandemic and the work-from-home revolution. The blue-collar workers who aren't even on the housing ladder are watching these prices skyrocket and rise out of reach. The problem is so bad that even the CEO of Redfin, a man whose entire livelihood is based on the growth of the housing market, is saying that he wants to see affordability take center stage.
Let's talk a little bit about that lower tier home buyer who you say the market is running away from. Is there anything in these rescue packages or in fiscal policy that's out there to help them?
Yes. I mean, first of all, there's just direct stimulus, which is always going to help people feel more confident about buying a home. But I think the long-term solution is to do something to replace subprime lending. So credit is at its lowest level in 14 years. You have VA and FHA loans, but they just can't compete against cash buyers. Right now, you will often see in listing remarks that only are available to the agent that you shouldn't even try to submit a bid with an FHA loan. And it drives me crazy because that is a leg up for the working class to be able to build intergenerational wealth. We just need to figure out what the market-based solution or the government-sponsored solution is going to be to lend money to working class people. It doesn't have to be a predatory loan. There can be a way to do that that's sustainable long-term and that makes the credit markets work for everyone.
Seems like it's working, and it's worked for your stock. It's up 400% over the past 12 months. But here's my question. A lot of analysts have been saying that Compass, which is going public now at a valuation of $10 billion, this could be a big competitive threat to your business. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, Compass is an incredible company, but it's not really a threat to us. So Compass is trying to build a platform for real estate agents to create their own businesses. And Redfin is just trying to give consumers a better deal. So one company is focused on consumers and another company is focused on agents. The Redfin thesis is that consumers are going to choose the winner in real estate, that if you can sell houses for more money and charge half the fee, you have built a better mousetrap. And I don't think that other brokerages are trying to do that. They're just trying to figure out a better platform for traditional agents. And we are somewhat indifferent to where those traditional agents work. What we're really focused on is the consumer.
Sure. I guess you both offer that tech-enabled solution, though, for housing. Glenn, thanks for joining us today. Glenn Kelman, CEO of Redfin.
Not only is it already tough for the working classes to buy their homes, but it's only going to get worse. When Glenn was asked if there's any help for the blue-collar workers trying to get on the housing market, he swiftly said yes, that the stimulus helps, but those who really need the stimulus can't spend it on a house down payment. They have to spend it on food, water and electricity. Glenn has completely missed the point here. These stimulus checks handed out by the government aren't helping people get on the housing ladder. They're helping the housing market move out of reach for them. And the problem with FHA loans versus cash buyers isn't going to disappear anytime soon either. How on earth is someone who's only putting down 5% on a property supposed to compete with a billion-dollar institution like BlackRock, which is offering to buy every house in a neighborhood at a 10% premium, all in cash? And finally, at the end there, we saw Glenn revert back to his corporate self as he sells his company and tries to talk down his competitors' products. Glenn clearly knows that there's a problem here, but he's definitely too hesitant to address it head on. His company's stock has gone up over 400% in a year. All of that as a result of this booming housing market, and as long as the market stays booming, he will keep getting paid. It's really important to listen to what these guys have to say, but also to take everything with a grain of salt, to consider any biases they might have in order to get the most accurate information possible. If you're new to this channel and you enjoyed the video, then subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more videos. If you want to help spread the word, then like the video, leave a comment, and YouTube will do its part by pushing this video out to more people just like you and me. Thanks for watching. Until next time.